So what is up, YouTube? Today, I wanted to talk about a very, very serious topic. Now, we all clown, we all may talk about it, but this is really, really, truly a self-hating, mind control disease that black women have, and it's serious. So today I wanted to discuss the New World Order and black women and weaves. What does the New World Order have to do with black women, and weaves? Well, the New World Order all started with a group of men that all had an agenda. And one of the agendas was to cause mind control. And the other agenda was to enslave everybody. Now, enslavement can be both physical and mental. We all know that. We all have heard of the physical slavery, but I don't think we've all been taught on the mental slavery. And, decades and decades from now, generations from now, we will be the generation that we would be spoke of, the generation that was, mentally enslaved. That's what the generation on will learn about, our generation, mental enslavement. So I wanted to talk about black women and hair weaves. It's serious. It is so serious that it's almost ridiculous. And it's getting really, really out of control. And it's also starting to get ratchet. So now we have gone from ghetto, black people. We have gone from ghetto to now ratchet. Now, to me, when you wear a weave in your hair, and your hair is the total opposite. This is what I don't think people need. This is what I don't think people understand, especially black women that wear weaves. I know it's yours because you bought it. I know you have the receipt in the vehicle, or you have the receipt somewhere laying around. I know it's yours because you bought it. The problem is that your hair texture is not the hair texture that you are purchasing. Okay, we have the strongest hair, and then you destroy it, and then how dare you be ashamed of it? You destroy it and you hide it under that nasty weave, that nasty, stanky weave. The weave gets so funky because you want to cover up your natural hair that bad that you will walk around with a stanky wig on top of your head. That's a shame. That's how you know it's mind control going around. That's how you know it's mental enslavement. When you have women wearing different textures. You have women wearing different textures here. So what does that mean? So it means, which people don't really want to admit it. Even though you probably already know in your subconscious mind or your conscious mind, one of your conscious minds has to know that it's some form of self-hate. I don't care what anybody says, because people will lie to make themselves look better. Or they don't want to, you don't want nobody to know your weakness. And that may be a weakness that, you don't love your hair because so many years the beauty was not of a black woman. The beauty was of a white woman with long blonde hair and blue eyes. So what do? You go out and you get a long weave. Black women's hair doesn't go down. It doesn't grow down. It grows out like the trees. Like the trees they grow up toward the sun like a bush. That's why our afros were called bushes and afros and things like that. So we have to start relating more to the earth and why we are black and why we have the texture hair that we have, when it is the strongest hair. And again, how dare you be ashamed of it and cover it up with a weave? The New World Order, it consists of enslavement. That's all it consists of. The New World Order has been in process for generations and generations, from decades to decades. Families and on top of families and on top of families have all been involved with this New World Order agenda to enslave everybody. So the physical slavery started when colonization started. So think about it. You're a black woman before you were colonized. Close your eyes and just think about it. Okay, there is no grocery stores. There is no cars. This is indigenous days. And I know we can, as black people today, think about indigenous days because we're so caught up in materialism. We don't even know anything about the earth or being indigenous. But we were that prior to colonization. We were that. That's a fact. That's a fact that we were indigenous people and we lived off the land. We did our own farming, our own hunting. We did our own building. We had our own land. We built our own shelter. We took care of our families. We took care of our tribes, our kids. We took care of all that prior to colonization. Say it, prior to colonization. This is what people don't understand. We're going to talk about all day, well, you love your hair and you wear your hair because you like switching it up and, all these excuses. I just want somebody to say, I'm gonna wear my natural hair. What the hell is so hard with that? You wearing your natural hair? It's self-hate, y'all. It's self-hate. Take a look at a video from, I believe, it's a video about kids that pick between a black and a white doll. Okay, they did one back in the day and they did just one recently. And most of the black African-American, quote-unquote black, quote-unquote kids thought that the white doll was more beautiful. You are that kid. You are that kid if you are covering up your natural, bushy, strong hair with a wig, and then you braid it up and put can somebody be leaders or we all got to be followers? Like everybody followers, like everybody's wearing weaves and wigs. Like nobody think it's a little odd, a little strange. Like nobody. New World Order has something to do with the mind control of black women and self-hate. For so many years, this country has made us feel inferior and belittled us. They still do to this day with the police brutality to let us know that we are inferior in the United States of America, this corporation that we are enslaved in. So I'm doing this video because I don't know, I want to start a national non-weave wearing day. Let's start that where one day, if I could just get one day where I could have every black female to just wear their natural hair. I just want to feel that energy. Like what would that feel like if we were all walking around with big bushes and afros walking around? We would get so much more respect. We would get so much, more respect like this. Like Angela Davis. She was a female leader, an activist that loved herself and had no problem with her bushy hair. This to me is bad. And it means respect. But this just means you're trying to get a job. It doesn't mean you're trying to get respect. It just means you're trying to fit into the mainstream sheeple society where everybody follow everybody and nobody's doing anything different. You are an enslaved black woman if you, on an everyday basis, 365 days a year, for years on and years on, continue to wear a weave. You are a self-hated, inferiorized black woman. You hate your hair. You hate it, and you wish it was long and straight. But instead, it's bushy and it grows up like the freaking trees, and you hate it. New World Order. That's all a part of that order. That's all a part of the mind control MK Ultra order.